specifically with PlayVS, I never thought about it as a big business opportunity. At the beginning, I sort of had this, and I hate when people say, "Oh, I had this problem I wanted to solve," because it really wasn't a problem, but I had a niche that I wanted to scratch around. Building out infrastructure around esports, just because I knew there was a lot of conversation around esports, but there weren't a lot of businesses being built that I felt, truly captured the essence of, why people play video games and had the opportunity to unlock, what I think some of the biggest sort of areas of the space are from an enterprise value standpoint. And so, I wanted to do that. It wasn't that, I wanted to build this massive business. I recognized that I needed to build a lot of value to, through revenue, through relationships, and it would become a big business, but I wasn't driven by that. I was, mostly just, focused on solving a problem around people are talking about esports, but there's no infrastructure online for people to play against each other. How do I do that? Where should I start? What's my scarcest resource? The scarcest resource for me ended up being these publisher relationships. So how do you go and work with the publishers and get them to commit to develop APIs to give you access to enable that online play? And then how do I capture value for them and give that back to them so they feel like it's a fair exchange? And that ended up being the reason why, we committed our business to, going to market at high school, because the publishers were investing tons of money, hundreds of millions of dollars in the top of funnel for them, which is, their professional leagues. And they weren't really thinking about the rest of the pyramid. So, we went to them and said, hey, what if we created an environment where we train your athletes or these players to become, esports athletes for your game, commit to having them play in the exact same format that you want them to play with coaches and with the recognition from, the high school governance system where, it's treated as a sport as any other, traditional sport. And that was really appealing to publishers. And so they gave us a shot. And now we've, obviously taken that and scaled that and also introduced the same sort of environment at the collegiate level.